College story time! I haven't been to college in a hot minute, but some crazy stuff did happen during my first year of college, so I thought I'd share so I can look back and say, what the hell was that? So, in my first year of college, I was living at the dorms with 3 roommates, randomly assigned strangers, and we each had our own room with a shared kitchen and living area. The first roommate never talked to us. I remember there was a fire alarm in the second week of school, and she just directly ran out. And at the time, I still had my kumbaya, naive glasses on, thinking, shouldn't she at least pause to make sure that we're okay before she flees? Because my second roommate at the time had severe depression and would be sleeping all day, usually. So I would knock on her door, like, we gotta go, ma'am, there's a fire. And she would reply verbatim, if the fire takes me, that's fine. Like, okay then. But me and this depressed roommate got along pretty well. We did a school project together about balls physics, okay? And we passed. But as an 18-year-old, when you encounter someone who would hurt themselves because of their depression, you don't know what to do. At least I felt really out of my depth. So one time I called a helpline. I was like, hi, I need some advice. Like, what do I do in this situation? And the man replied, call the police. And I said, are you sure? Because this isn't at the level where you need to go to the hospital or anything. I'm just looking for advice on how I can support her. And the man would say, call the police. So what did I do? I did not call the police. Was that the right call? I don't know. At the time, it was a really big dilemma because I knew she would be really stressed out if the police showed up. So after a few days, I told her, like, girl, that really freaked me out. So I called a helpline and they told me to call the police. Is that what I should do in case anything like this happens ever again? And she was like, what the heck? Like, you called the helpline. But yeah, I'm glad you didn't call the police because that would have been a hassle. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the right move is in that situation. But thankfully, no other incidents happened after that. So that was my second roommate. My third roommate was not really even there for the majority of the time because she would be staying at her boyfriend's place. And she moved out halfway through the year. So we got new roommates. The first one was moved in for only the winter break temporarily. So when I got back from being at home to the dorms, what do I see? Just a bunch of shit in the common area, like in plastic bags, pots and pans, and this betta fish in a Tupperware container on the counter. And this girl did not show up to collect her stuff for like 2 or 3 days. So my depressed roommate was like, she cannot have that fish. She's not a good owner. It's gonna die. She's not taking care of it, so I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna take care of it. So I said, are you sure? Because like, do you even know how to take care of a fish? And she said, yeah, I can take care of it better than the current owner. So I was like, okay. You can see that my decision-making skills are really not fully formed at this point. Anyways, when the girl finally shows up to collect her stuff, of course, she would ask where her fish is. And the fish is in my depressed roommate's room because my depressed roommate took it. So I had to be alone in the kitchen, in the common area, and lie to this girl about her pet fish. So I said, yeah, it died. Like, I'm really sorry about that. And this fish, by the way, was really on its last leg. It was not moving at all. It was just sitting stagnant in this 5x5 inch Tupperware container. So the girl, of course, was sad, but she responded with no expression, no inflection in her voice. I'm so sad. I had that fish for 3 years. Like, really, it died? And she kept asking that, so I had to keep replying, yeah, I'm sorry, it died. Like, oh my god. And after she left, she still didn't take any of her shit. So all the pots and pans and utensils were just in the dorm. And the fish really did die after like a day. And we flushed it down the toilet. honestly, not my proudest moment. Anyways, after she left, a new roommate who was gonna stay for the rest of the year was gonna move into the vacated room. She was nice, normal, she would talk to us, but one day, she knocked on my door and asked, "Did your room get broken into?" And I say, "Well, no, like what's going on? Like why ask me this?" And she told me that after she came home from school, she opened her door and on her ceiling, painted in glow-in-the-dark paint, was the word slut, all caps. And I'm looking at this like, what the heck? To break into this room, this place is on the 5th floor. So you have to first break into the common area room that leads into the kitchen and then break into her individual room and stand on like some chair or move something in order to paint on the ceiling. Like who has the energy to do that? Who has that much of a grudge? We couldn't think of anyone. We contacted the previous roommate. She couldn't think of anyone. Understandably, she was really freaked out because, you know, when she's sleeping, you just are looking at the ceiling with these words on it in glow-in-the-dark paint. So we went to campus security after that, and nothing came out of it because there were no cameras, nothing. Like, what are they gonna do? You know, typical. So it just remained unresolved for the rest of the year. And that is all the crazy stuff that happened at the dorms in my first year of university. I might make a second video about my second year at college, where I lived off campus and encountered a love triangle and a lot more stories. So, I hope you enjoyed. Stay safe out there. Have a good day or night or whenever, and catch you another time. Bye! Thanks for watching!